Wagwan beautiful souls, I am Marcia C., the host of Her Sacred Soul Space podcast. In this safe space, we have discussions that ignite our hearts and expand our souls. This is a podcast dedicated to all women and is coined with spiritual and metaphysical aspects of evolving herself and aligning her purpose to her soul. Having a soul connection with oneself is the portal to life, and you can consider this podcast your stepping stone. There is a beautiful spark that occurs when goddesses embrace and empower each other's light, and that's what we are all about here on Her Sacred Soul Space podcast. Her Soul Connection. Look out for new episodes with Soul Gems every second and fourth Fridays. And remember, see your light, be your light.
Wagwan beautiful souls, it's Marcia C. I'm so sorry I lost my voice over the weekend, so I am sounding a tad bit weird at the moment, but I just needed to show up for you and just to say hi and happy holidays from our Her Sacred Soul Space family to yours. I hope your holidays are filled with loads of love and joy. So, soul seekers, as we continue to welcome and embrace the holiday season, I know that I said I hope it's filled with lots of love and joy, but, we have to face reality, and we know that sometimes the process can be a tad bit overwhelming, especially as women, we tend to sometimes hold ourselves to an unreachable standard, especially when it comes on to the holiday season. And sometimes it's kind of sort of hard to meet. And because we wear so many hats, we're the wife, we're mom, sister, we got to get the house ready. We are the president of this club, and we have to make sure the Christmas plays done, a whole bunch of hats. Not to mention the fact that the holidays come with lots of expectations, such as purchasing the right gift. A matter of fact, trying to figure out whether or not you have the money to buy the gift, right? It also involves upholding family traditions, traveling to see family, if you're one of those who are going to be traveling, sending cards out to family and friends, and also creating those delicious, unforgettable holiday meals. A lot of expectations we have for the holidays. But here's the deal though. I don't know about you, but for me, all I really want is for this holiday season to greet me with some grace and ease, just for it to just float in and everything be just calm. So let's talk about how can we celebrate the holidays with the essence of grace, okay? And let us get centered by taking our 3 breaths and have the intention of what we want the holiday to bring for us. So let's take a deep breath. And release. And next breath. And release. And our final breath. Let's see that intention becomes a reality. And inhale. And release. Yes. Thank you. So many people describe grace in different ways. It may be that one word that we are all trying to still figure out how to grasp the full concept of its meaning, or even how to cultivate it. Some may see grace as an external attribute, as if it's something that you can only give to others. It's not something that you could give to yourself. Many of us just see it as something that we give away, not something that we can pull within us, and something that we are deserving. Spiritual teacher Sanjuri shared about grace, and here's what he had to say about grace. If you open the window of grace, then life will happen in ways that you have not imagined possible. How do I do this? Is always the question. It is not something that you do. It is something that you do not do. If you leave a certain space within you where your thoughts, emotions, ideas, philosophies, ideologies, and prejudice do not enter, then grace will be a huge torrential force in your life. Do you believe that? Can you see that? It says, if you leave a certain space within you where your thoughts, emotions, ideas, philosophies, ideologies, and prejudice do not enter, then grace will be a huge force in your life. I believe that because, we are worthy of having grace. And I am learning even more so now that it is important for us to be mindful that we are not blocking grace from coming in within us. And the fact that it also comes in the way that we least expect it. I'm going to share something. So this past weekend, I celebrated my birthday. And for my birthday, I decided to engage in plant medicine. I was really excited as well as slightly nervous, about it. I was excited about the intention that I had for this journey, and having the opportunity to share this experience with my soul sisters made this even more special for me. So when I arrived at the center, the energy of the space was everything. I felt safe. I felt peaceful. It was really welcoming. There's a warmth about the place. And those are things that I look for, especially when I go to do some energy work. Now, when I got ready for the journey, I found that I started to get into my head. I was even planning the experience down to the T that I wanted to receive or that I anticipated to receive. I still wanted control rather than allowing the plan to take me where I needed to go. I wanted to be the driver. So as I continued to go in and out of the journey or the trip, as they would say, all I heard was this lovely voice of my practitioner. She said, "Surrender, Marcia, surrender." Now I found myself started saying that, I surrender. And I was doing this within my spirit. And then I felt as if now I started to free up some space within me that allowed the grace of the plant medicine to take me on the journey that I was meant to experience, not the one that I was trying to control, but the journey that I was meant to experience. And let me tell you, it went way beyond my intentions or expectations. And so I found myself days later asking, what if I didn't create that space? What if I didn't surrender? What if I didn't take heed of my practitioner said, "Surrender, Marcia, surrender"? Would all the messages, would all the download that I received, would they still come forth? Or would I be left in a space of what if? The what if there was something else more that I needed to hear or they needed to say to me? What if I had gone deeper, I may have heard everything that was meant for me to hear on this journey. But because I was in such control, I didn't know how to surrender. Knowing that I surrendered, having experienced the experience that I had after I surrendered, made me even more grateful of recognizing that my surrendering, it was me giving grace permission, the grace of the plant, the energy of the plant to take over and to take me on this journey. It's just kind of like the holidays, It's just another part of our journey. And we may have some defenses that's already up, the wall that's already up, because we're going to see such and such, and it's been 20 some years since we actually spoke, and you're already trying to protect yourself because the last time the holidays wasn't so great, and this time, if somebody says something to me, I'm quick to go, I'm quick to pop off. Instead of that, I encourage you to create that space. Release that thought, release the expectation. Don't try to be in control like I want it to be. Release it and allow grace to flow. Allow its beauty to come and just saturate your soul and saturate your heart. I'm still in awe of the beauty of grace. It is literally a beautiful thing to experience. So let's talk about the beauty of grace. And what I love about grace is the fact that it is the epitome of favor. And we all want favor. We all want others to give us favor. We also like giving favors, bestowing favors upon others. Let us bestow that grace, that favor upon ourselves. Grace is the beauty that teaches us how to let go and let God. Not only are we not in charge, but we also don't have to be in charge. We just need to stay open to receive. Need to stay open to allow grace to deliver to us. I love the fact that it is something that we don't have to work for or to create or develop. It is simply here for the taking. It is simply here for all of us to partake in. That's what grace is. And it is not reliant upon any special prayer or faith or denomination. It is divine favor, the activity of God's love that is always working for us constantly. Why would we not want to embrace grace this holiday? Come on now, that sounds so beautiful. That's what I want. I want to sit and bask in the essence of grace for this holiday. And I want that for you as well. I'm going to share with you 3 ways you can embrace grace over the holidays. 3 ways. Okay, remember, number 1, remember you're only one person. You don't have to prove to anyone just how awesome you are. You already know you are awesome, so you don't have to prove it. So give yourself permission not to do everything. You're not Superwoman. You're beautiful, but you're not Superwoman, okay? I know at times we may feel like it, especially around the holidays, but no, it's okay not to overextend ourselves. We can ask for help if it's needed. And most importantly, we are not comparing ourselves to others. Okay? No comparing yourself to others over the holiday. Let's go to number 2. Perfection is a facade. So it's okay for you to mess up. It's okay for me to mess up. It's okay for us to mess up over the holiday season. It just shows that you're human. Just show up in your authentic self and embrace the heck out of who you are, you know? And listen, it is okay to admit when we're wrong. It's a huge part of our growth. It's no fun whatsoever feeling bad or feeling guilty when we mess up, okay? That's no fun. So that is something that we're not going to participate in because feeling guilty will take away from the joy of the holidays and it will prevent grace from swarming in and just embracing you, okay? And we don't engage in any form of negative self-talk, okay? Period. And number 3, this is the final way of embracing grace over the holidays. Remember to laugh and don't feel bad for taking time for you, right? Laugh, take time for you, even though you're surrounded by family. Holidays are a fun time. They're meant to be fun. You know, I know it turned out to be something else sometimes, but they're meant to be fun. It's a time when our inner child gets to giggle and get excited, just remembering, reminiscing of what it's like for you growing up through the holidays and watching your kids or your grandkids as they embrace the holiday and the excitement. Take some time to allow that vibration to surface this holiday as the frequency of grace caresses your soul. It is your permission to breathe and remember the little things that makes this holiday season graceful. Celebrate all your wins, even if it's from a game of spades, right? Celebrate all your wins, girl. You deserve it. When I think of grace, I see it as it just put me back into space. So I just see it as the wind that allowed that carpet that Aladdin was on to fly. It's kind of like the frequency that allows miracle to occur. That's who grace is for me. That's what I want for this holiday season, for miracle to occur and for grace to flow in. So I pray that your grace brings you all the miracles you deserve this holiday season, beautiful soul, as you embrace the time with family and friends. And even if you are by yourself, you're still allowing grace to come and you're still in a space to be open to receive. Until we hear from each other again or connect again, as I would say, one love and see your light, be your light.
Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I would be honored if you could share this episode with a friend, subscribe, rate, and review. Don't forget to join us every second and fourth Fridays for another exciting episode of Her Sacred Soul Space podcast. I'd love to hear your comments. You can always find me on Facebook or YouTube as Her Sacred Soul Space. Until then, one love, and don't forget, see your light, be your light. Magan.